inheritance is what? That is getting the properties of the parent class and then after that utilizing it in the child class. Okay, if the child class also has the same properties, overriding will happen. That means the child class will take the highest priority. That's what will happen. For example, I'm having two classes, class A. Okay, class A as integer I is equal to 10, integer j equal to 20. Okay, then static int k equal to 30. I'm having. So now it has as a method also. So for example, void method 1 and just print so a class m1 method then a class m2 method static void method 3 a class m3 method method 4. Okay, I'll just little bit decrease the font size. So if you are not able to view, please let me know. I think everyone can see the screen, I think so. If you want to increase the font size, please let me know, so I'll increase the font size. Then, okay, this is what I have over there in the class A. Now I'll have my class B. Okay, so class B, I'll write it over here, so it'll be easy for you to see it. Class B. So class B, one of the things it's having is integer I is equal to 25. Okay, so the thing is I can make it as static or non-static. Both are not a problem for me, because only the methods should be what? If it is non-static, here also it should be non-static. Okay, if it is static, here also should be static. But for the variables, it's not like that. I can use however I want over there. That's what in variables level. Okay, variables level, it can be static or non-static. That's not a problem. Class B. Running integer I is equal to 25. Then I'll have integer k equal to 35. Then I'll have integer m is equal to 50. Then I'll have void. Here it should be perfect. There if it is non-static, here also should be non-static only. So scissor B class M1 method listen to. So instead of M2, I'll make it as M3. One is static, one is non-static. So this should be compulsorily, it should be static only. Then I'm having method 5. Okay, this is what I'm having in the class B. Okay, so both the places I'm not having a main function. It's not mandatory to have a main function over there, because I'm not going to execute this A class or B class. Okay, the important thing is what means if I want the properties of the A class, I need to use extends. Extends A. Then only what will happen? This B class will get the properties of the A class. Clear? So now I got the properties of the A class, everything. So now what will happen? I'm going to draw the diagram. Okay, I'll have one more program to utilize it. So before that, I'll be drawing the diagram over there. So what are the things is going to happen over there? So this is A class. This is B class. This B class. So it's going to inherit the properties. So what are the things A class has? It has 3 variables, static, 2 non-static, and then 1 static variable. Then after that we have the methods void m1, void m2, then we have m3, then we have m4. These are things we have in the A class. Then if you come to the B class, so we have these things. So we have all these things over here, which is here is called extents. Okay, we have here. So now what are the things A class properties, everything will come over to here. So we'll have all these things. Okay, so now I'll ask to you guys, so what will happen right now? Is Surajit, you are there? Hello Surajit?
Yes, Mullit.
Yeah, can you tell me now what will happen right now? So we got the properties of A class. Now
Okay.
you have an idea what will happen right now?
So B will extend A. In that
Yes.
case, I will be taking the precedence of 25. So I will remain 25.
Sure, this will be overridden.
Yeah.
Then
J will be 20 remain.
correct, because we don't have that property in the B class. So
Yeah.
parent class property will be taken. Correct. Then
And K will become 35.
so parent class property will be overridden. Yes.
Yeah. And M will remain 50.
Sorry. Yeah, M will be 50. Correct.
Yeah. And
So the thing is, you can check only these information alone. Which other things are there under the child class, that alone will be overridden. So this thing remains same. That's not a problem. This alone,
yeah,
you can check. Which other things will be overridden.
Yeah. And M function will remain same.
M1.
M1. Yeah.
No, we have M1 also here.
Yeah. In the chat, B will be remain. M1.
Yes. Sure. A class, the parent class property will be overridden.
Yeah.
Right. Then anything else?
And M2 will be extended from the class A.
Super. Yes. Then
And Static void M3. M3 will be for B class will remain.
Yeah. Yeah. That is actually what parent class property will be overridden.
And
You
M4
have to. Oh, yeah.
and it will extend if M4 from class A.
Correct. Sure. Super. So these are the things will happen.
Yeah.
So environment. So the main thing is actually what is the word you have to use means overriding. Okay, overriding is what important concept over there. So that is actually what child class property has been overridden.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Okay, this will be called as a parent. Otherwise, it's also called as a super.
Yeah.
Okay, this one will be calling it as a child class. Otherwise, we also will be calling it as a subclass. That's the thing. Okay, so this one will happen. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Surajit.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hey, Shalini. Yeah, Shalini. Do you have any doubt?
Yes. So here both parent class A and child class B has this property integer k, right? So, but the k in A was static, but in B it is non-static. But still it overrided that with B
Is it?
class
Just a
property.
second. Which is non-static you're saying? Can you tell me?
Integer k equal to
That is variables alone is not a problem. It can be static or non-static. That's what I said before. But
So it will
method
still
level,
override.
yes,
Okay.
that will be overridden. But method level, it should be compulsorily. It should be static means here also should be static. Non-static means here also should be non-static. Methods, sorry, variables not a problem. It can be anything.
Okay, even a static variable can be overridden with non-static, or a non-static can be overridden with static variable, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, thanks, Murli. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So, Shobit is sent the int k is non-static in B class. Okay, yeah, the same question. Okay, yeah, Shobit. The same question was been asked by Shobit also. Okay. So now I'm going to utilize it. Okay. I'm just running through the same things what we have done yesterday. It's just a recap, so you guys will be so much clear about that one. Okay. So if you think that it's getting bored or something, please let me know. So I'll start with today's class over there. It's just a recap, so it makes sure that actually you understand the things properly. That's the only thing. So I'll cut paste here, so it will be easy for me to move there. Okay, so now you guys have to tell me the output for this one. Class inherit. I should have a main function, then only I can execute the program. So now first what I'm doing means I'm going to utilize these members. So sysum a dot k, so I can utilize. Then after that sysum, which is a static method. Okay, so I can use a dot m3. Okay, so method, so it's not needed for me to print it. I'm just calling the method. Then a dot m4. Then I'm creating an object. So for a class, if I want to create a obj1 equal to new a class. So now what are the things I can utilize? So sysum obj1 dot I can utilize, correct. So apart from this one, what are the things I can utilize over there in the variables level? So I can utilize I, then j, and then k is a static variable, but even though that also will be loaded into the object. Then apart from that, method level, what are the things I can access means same thing, all the informations obj1 dot method1 method 2, method 3, method 4. So these 4 informations we have over here. Okay, so then if I create the A object, I can access these things. Now, same thing, if I created a B object, so what other things can be accessed? That's what you guys have to say to me. So normally, the static members I can access like this, B dot. What are the static members I can access over there right now? Here, I don't have any variable which is static. But A class property also will come over here. So B dot K, can you see? That one I can access, we can see. But the K is right now here is what? 35, which is non-static, so that is also not possible for me right now. Okay, B dot K I cannot utilize because B dot K is what declared as here as non-static. So I can utilize like B dot K. In case if it is static, in case if it is not there, I can utilize that K over here. Okay, so there is no static variables. Method level, if you want B dot, okay, what are the things I can access? Here B dot M3 is there. Then B dot, then these things are not there. So M3 which is coming over here, M4 also I can access because the child will have the property of the parent also. So M4, okay, that also I can access with the help of this class name because we have that property right now. If you see here, see M4 is present. That's why I'm accessing with this one. Then if I create an object for the B class, B obj2 equal to new B. Okay, so now you guys have to say me. So what are the things I can access from the B class? What are the things I can access from the A class? So hey Aditi, hey hi Aditi, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, sure. Can you just tell me what are the things I can access from the B class if I create an object? This obj2, can you tell me what are the things I can access?
In B class, right?
Yes.
We have created obj dot. So I can access all the A class as well as the B class variables because it is
Sure.
inherited in B class.
Super, correct. Actually, as per this diagram, as what are the things we can access, we can get to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So overridden information will be always child will take the priority.
Yeah.
Okay. Other things, parent will take the priority.
Yeah.
Okay, na? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now can you tell me?
So obj2 dot I.
Yes, correct. Super.
And then obj2 dot K and M.
Correct. obj2 dot. Yeah, correct. Then apart from that, any variable from A class I can access?
Sorry, if you want to access A class object.
A class variable, anything I can access? Is there option is there for me to access any A class variable is present?
Yeah.
From
obj2 dot I. No. Wait. Sorry.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Sure.
So are you for A class? Do we have an object here?
The thing is, what happened?
Take the object of A class separately, right? If we want to create.
That's okay. But the thing is, if I create an object for the B class, what other members can be accessed? That's what we want to know.
Okay. 1 minute. Okay.
No, just try. Just you can see the diagram.
Yeah.
See the diagram. These are all B class members, correct?
Yeah.
On the right side. And then in A class, these are the members. And then which other things are overridden or been striked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So J.
And which,
J. Yeah.
yes. Correct. Super. Okay. So you understood why J I can access? Because
it's not it's not been overridden in the inherited class B.
Super. Correct. Okay. That's the reason why we are able to access J class. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So thanks Aditi. So now next. Thank you. Hey Ajay, you there? Hello. Hey Ajay.
Hey, hi.
Hey hi Ajay. Hey Ajay, can you tell me as what are the things, what are the methods I can access from B class and then A class for this object?
So we can access object method M1 from B class B.
Super. Yes.
Then we can access method M2 from class A.
No, first you finish B class, then we can go to the A class.
Okay, so we can access method M1 and M5 from class B.
Correct. Then apart from that, anything I can access?
M3 we have already accessed without object. So now we can move on to the class A.
But
So,
actually, static methods also will be loaded under the object, so I can access that also. That's the only thing.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. Then from the A class, what are the members I can access?
From A class we can access object. We can access method M2.
Okay. obj2.m2. Correct. Why means because that is not present under the B class, so it's not overridden. Yes, correct. Super. Then
And also we can access method M4.
yes, correct. M4. That is also not been overridden.
Yep.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Ajay. Super. Thank you. So, yeah. So now I'm going to do the next tricky part. So we'll see how many of them can access, how many can give the answer for it. So what I will do, so I'll just take this one. I'm going to continue the program here, so it will be easy for us. So I don't want to scroll the things. I'm going to continue the rest of the program at this place. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an object like this, new B. I'm creating an object for the B class. Then the reference I'm going to give A obj3 is equal to. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm creating an object for the B class, but the reference I'm giving A class. Okay, so now we'll see how many of them can answer it. Okay, so it's a tricky part. Okay, just give a try, so it will be helpful for you. So the reason why I'm doing the same thing what I have taken yesterday and then I'm doing today is actually what, to make sure you have a clear, because yesterday you understood it because you would have revised something. So today you will be having a very clarity as understanding of what has inherited. So that's why I'm doing it. Okay, if you're getting bored, please let me know. Okay, so next, hey Bhaskar, hello, hey Bhaskar, you're there? Hey Chandan, you're there? Hello? Hey Chandan? Hello? Hey Jaya, you're there? Hello? Hey guys, what is this? The tricky program come now, no one is answering. Hello? Hey Nitya, you're there?
Yeah.
You just want to try? Just try it. I know this is a tricky part. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to help you over there. Okay?
So object 3 dot. So
Yeah.
actually, it's gonna create a reference in A, but we still can access whatever for when we call the methods from class A, right? From class A, we can also pull the methods from class B. Is that the correct?
The thing is, when you're creating an object for the B class, but the reference is A class, means only the members of the A class alone will be taken. Okay, the members of A class means, yeah, tell Nitya.
But we are calling the class B also, right? So we are actually creating the object for class B, but we are putting that reference in class A. So ideally, whatever variables are present for class B, that the methods and the variables should also be available for class A.
No. The thing is, when you do like this, what will happen means only the members of A class. Members of A class means what? I, J, K, M1, M2, M3, M4. Only these things alone will be taken. Only these members will be a part of that object.
Okay.
Okay. Any new objects, any new members which are there under B class, that will not be taken. Only parent members alone will be taking part in this place.
Okay.
Clear, Vidya?
Yeah.
Okay. So then one more thing is what actually only one information that will be overridden. Which you have any idea? Okay, only one component alone will be overridden. Okay. So that alone. Okay. I know it's a tricky, a little bit actually a confusing part. Okay. So anyone want to give a try? Okay, yeah, sure. Just a second. Hey, Nitya, hey, thanks, Nitya. Thank you so much. I'll just put you on mute. Yes, Sayed. Hello, yes.
Murli,
Yes,
I think
Sayed.
so. So non-static members will be overwritten.
Correct. Non-static method alone.
Method, sorry. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Only the non-static method alone will be overridden by the child class. Other things will remain as like actually what my A class member what is there that alone will be taken. Clear? Yeah. Sure. Yes. Sure. Correct, Kartika. Only the non-static method will be overridden. Okay. Only the non-static method, not the members. Members means it's a combination of both method and variable. Okay. That is what member. Okay, method is only denoting that information, method alone. Okay, yeah. So now we'll see. Hey Shalini, you're there? Hello?
Yes.
Hey Shalini, you're there?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so now can you just tell me what other things will come? So OBJ3 dot, what are the members I will access here?
OBJ3.I.
Yes, super.
OBJ3.J.
Yeah. OBJ3.J.
OBJ3.K.
Yes.
And you will have M1 from class B, OBJ3.M1, which is from class B.
Yes, correct. The thing is, why class B information has been taken? Can you tell me?
Because it's a non-static method and that's been overridden from the child class.
Super, correct. Non-static method alone, the child class will be overridden. So it will be printing me B class M1
B
method.
class. Yeah. And
Yes,
then
correct.
we have OBJ3.M2 from A class.
Super. So which will be printing? Which method will be
A
called?
class will be A class M2 method.
Yes, correct. Because we don't have any information of the B class information.
B class. Right.
Yeah. So
And then
A
we
class
have-
method will be called.
Yeah, OBJ3.M3. So yeah,
Yes.
OBJ3.M3, which is from A class,
Yes,
because it's
correct.
static, it's not overridden. And then we
Super.
have OBJ3.M4.
Yes. What will happen here?
M4 is again from A class, which is A class M4 method.
Super, correct. So only the M1 method is a non-static method which
Yeah.
has been having over there in the B class. So that's why that alone has been overridden. There is another non-static method which is M2 but which is not present under B class. So
B class.
the same A class method only will be printed. A class M2 method will be executed. Clear, guys? So everyone is clear about actually what is the inheritance concept? If anyone has any doubts, I think compared to yesterday, I think most of them would have been understand today. Is clear enough for everyone? Okay, yeah. So we'll just continue with the next concept, super keyword. I'll just copy this program. Why not M5? Surajit, actually M5 is what? It's a B class member. Okay, I told only the members of the A class only will be taking part this point. Okay, just a second. Just copy this program first. Yeah, it's Surajit. The thing is, this M5 is what means from our side, it's a B class member. Okay, only if you see over here, what are the members I have utilized means only the A class member, I, J, K, M1, M2, M3, M4 alone will come. Only that will be taking part for this object. Okay, B class members, if anything is present which is there under the A class, Only the non-static method alone will be overridden. Otherwise, what will happen? That will be printing the same thing. So what will happen? My output will be, for this I, it will be 10. And then for this J, that will be 20. See, that is the A class information. These are things. Then K, that will be 30. Then M1, M2, M3, M4. So what is the thing right now? M1 is a non-static method which is present under the A class, also present under the B class. So for that alone will be printing me this B class M1 method. Then M2 is present only under the A class. We don't have in B class. So A class M2 method will be printed. Then M3, A class M3 method. Then after that M4, A class M4 method. Why? These two are static, even though if I have it over there in the B class also, see M3 is present under the B class, but both are static over there. Static will not be overridden, only non-static will be overridden. That's why non-static method M1 alone has been overridden here. M2 is non-static. Okay, the thing is actually we have only this non-static M2 method only in A class, which is not present under the B class. B class has M1, M3 and M5. So that's why the same A class M2 method has been executed for us. Okay, so everyone is clear? If you have any confusions, please let me know. I'll repeat, if you want, I'll repeat you one more time also. Shall we go to the next text information? Shall we go to the next one? Okay, yeah. Okay guys, we'll go to the next one. So today we are going to see about a concept called super keyword. Okay, so everyone actually what we have seen about the constructors. So how a constructor will be executed? Okay, so constructor will be executed whenever I am going to create an object. Okay, that time the constructor will be executed for me. Correct? So there are different types of constructor. There is actually be a default constructor, and then we also have the there is actually what overloaded constructor also. As like method overloading, we have constructor overloading also. Correct? So the thing is how the method overloading is happening. Sorry, how the constructor overloading is happening is from my side when I'm going to create an object. So in the object level, if I'm going to pass an integer value. Okay, so if I'm going to pass an integer value, for example, a obj1 equal to new b, and then in the parenthesis I'm going to pass 10. What will happen? It will search for a constructor which is matching, okay, with an argument that is actually accepting integer argument. That is a, and then with parenthesis integer a. If something is there, that constructor will be called for us. Clear? Okay, so that will be executed. Correct? So with that concept we are going to see about the with inheritance how the constructors works and then how the calling will happen. Okay, so from my side I have C class, okay, is a parent, so it is having one constructor. Okay, system.out.println run default constructor of C. Okay, then D class extends C. So D class extends C means what will happen? The D class now will have the properties of the C class. Okay, D constructor, okay, it is having a default constructor and then another constructor which is matching with a accepting integer argument. Then E class extends D, so we'll have the E class constructor, E class integer constructor over there. Okay, so we have C and then the D class argument constructor, and then we have a default E class constructor and then the integer constructor. Then we have the super keyword. Now I am going to give program starts. I am going to create an object for the E class. When I am going to create an object for the E class, what happened? It creates an object for this E class. Along with that, all the constructors, okay, the default constructor, okay, I am not passing any argument. So the default constructor will be called. But before executing the E class constructor, okay, E class will have, in case if I am not writing or not, by default it will have a keyword called super here. If I am not writing or not, by default the JVM itself will be writing an information for super for this E class constructor. So what this will do means, okay, it will be checking if you have extends keyword over there, okay, it will check which is my constructor. Okay, sorry, which is my parent class, D class. Now it will go to the D class. Again, it will check over there in the D class, do we have anything? So here also what? By default, a super keyword will be there. This keyword will help me to call the super class constructor. Okay, now what will happen? It goes to the parent class. Then again, here also there will be one super keyword. Why? Because all the classes are being inherited to the object class. Okay, object is the supermost class of all the classes in Java. Okay, so there it will go and call me that super class constructor, which is an empty constructor. That is, they are not written anything inside that constructor. Clear? So that's what. Even if you're writing super or not, by default there will be a super keyword which is being written by the JVM here. Clear, guys? So always when you're calling the super class default constructor only will be always called over there. That's what happened. See, now I'm executing it. See, first program starts. So first, which one is executed? I'm creating an object for the E class. Clear? I'm creating an object for the E class. But which one is executed for me means, see here right now. Which one is executed for me means actually first E class, this constructor, it comes. When it sees extends, goes to the parent. When it sees extends, goes to the parent. Then after that, what will happen means first C class constructor only will be executed. Run default constructor of C. Then comes here, run default constructor of D. Then again comes to the place where the call came, run default constructor of E, and finally comes here and then program ends. Sure, Nidya, I'll explain one more time. Okay, so the concept is simple. Okay, the concept is very simple. Okay, I'm going to explain one more time. I'm creating an object for the E class. Okay, when I create an object for the E class, what will happen? It checks over there which constructor I'm going to call. So it's an empty information, so default constructor will be called. Okay, so when the default constructor is called, before that it will check whether do we have a keyword called extends. Yes, we have an extends over there. Now what will happen? It will go to the parent class constructor. Before executing this constructor, it goes to the parent class default constructor. Again it checks whether extends is there. Yes, we have. So again it will go to the parent class default constructor. Then after that here, okay, here also by default it will be extends, okay, extends to object class. Can you see it's not throwing error? Okay, object is the supermost class of all the classes in Java. Okay, there also what will happen? It will go and call me the object class super constructor. Okay, object class, the super constructor will be called over there. Okay, the same thing, they will be having object and then with parentheses the constructor, which is an empty constructor. Okay, that will be executed, and then after that it will be executing run default constructor of C, then run default constructor of D, and then run default constructor of E, and then control comes here and then program ends. Clear, guys? Or still you're confused? If you want, I'll explain one more time. Can I go further or you want me to explain? It's clear? Yeah, sure. Okay, so now the point is always I can go and call me the super class default constructor only. In case if I want to call the super class my respective constructor, I want to call the integer or the double constructor like that means how I can call that one. There only what the super keyword helps for us. Okay, by default actually what the JVM will be writing the super. Okay, this constructor will be written. Okay, if I'm not writing or not, by default JVM will be writing this one. But from my side, I want to call the super class, the integer constructor or the argument constructor if I want to call, how to call that one. That's what the usage of super keyword. So now, okay, here what I'm doing once again, first program starts. Okay, it's going to execute me, program starts. Then here I'm going to create an object E1 object 1 equal to new E1 of 50. That means what will happen? Integer constructor of this E1 class will be called. Okay, integer constructor of the E1 class will be called. So now what happened comes here, there are two constructor E1 and then here E1 of int B. So that means in the B variable 50 will be passed. Okay, so this will be called. Then it will be seeing over there super of, okay, we have extends keyword, that time it will check whether super keyword is present. Yes, we have super keyword. Here I am passing 10.50. That means call the super class constructor. So which one is D1 is the super class constructor of this one. So which is matching the double argument comes here. Here D1 default constructor, integer constructor, double constructor. So this one matches. In A it passes 10.50. Then again it sees the extends keyword. So it checks over the super keyword. Yes, we have super of 20. Now what will happen right now? That will go and call me the super class constructor. Okay, integer constructor, super class integer. So for C1 class comes here, then checks here integer B. So here first it execute me run integer constructor of C. Then after that control comes here. Now again I'm creating D1 obj1 equal to new D1 of 10. Now what happened? I'm creating an object for the D class. Here I'm giving 10. So that means what will happen? This constructor will be called, then super of 20. Once again it goes here, run integer constructor of C, then control comes here, run double constructor of D. Okay, then finally control comes to the place wherever it's called. So it comes here, run integer constructor of E, and then finally program ends. Okay. Super will go to the parent class constructor, correct. Super keyword helps me to go to the parent class constructor. Okay, which constructor matters? If I'm passing 20 means parent class integer constructor will be matching. Okay. Okay, getting guys? Yeah, I'll explain one more time. Just a second. Okay, I'll explain one more time. Before that, we'll see the execution once. Then after that, I'll explain you. So you guys will be clear. So we'll see. This is what the execution comes out there. Okay, we'll see right now. First, main function start to execute. So program starts. Correct. Program starts. Then I'm creating an object for the E1 class. There I'm passing an integer argument 50. It will be matching with the E class, sir, which accepts integer argument. So comes here. Then it sees the extends keyword over there. Parent class is D1. So comes here super of 10.50. So in D1 it will be trying to identify 10.50 is present. Okay, that is accepting double argument. So comes to the D1 class. Yes, we have a constructor which is matching double argument. Comes here. Okay, then super of 20. So it sees extends keyword C1 class. So now what happens? Super of 20 means in C1 class which is accepting integer argument. Comes here. Now excuse me, run integer constructor of C first. See, run integer constructor of C. Then again control comes to the place wherever it is called. So it calls here. Once again I'm creating an object for the D1 class. Now what will happen right now for me? So from here it will go and call me this integer constructor. Correct? So again C is a super of 20. That means comes to the integer constructor here. Run integer constructor of C. See, run integer constructor of C. Then now what will happen? Control comes here. Run integer constructor of D. Run integer constructor of D. So where the call came from here. So run double constructor of D. Run double constructor of D. Then after that from here where the call came, it came from this place. Run integer constructor of E. Then after that control comes here. Program ends. Clear guys? This is how execution happens. Okay, there is a doubt. Why 10.50 it will check? 10.50 is what means, that is actually what is a double argument, correct? Okay, it's a double variable, okay, double value. That means which matches actually what, which data type accepts for me this 10.50 double. So that's why that constructor will be matching. If in case we pass only 10, what will happen? this integer constructor will be matching for me. If I'm not passing anything, this default constructor will be matching for the superclass. Clear? This is why this 10.50 called me this D1 double. Clear? Everyone is clear about this one? Anyone has any doubts?
Okay, Murli.
Yeah, Shalini.
So you said that there will be a super keyword by default even if you don't write it explicitly, right? So
Yes.
in this program, everywhere you have passed these values to super, right? Is that something that you have written or is it something that is...
I have explicitly written. Okay, in case if I'm not going to write here, just
It will not
super
have
of
any
10.
arguments, right?
So in case I have not written this super key 10.50 here. Now can you tell me which will be called right now?
If you don't have anything, then there is no super class that matches that.
No. Super class default constructor will be called.
Okay, super.
Okay, for the
default
E1 class,
constructor
which is a
of
super
D1,
class.
right? So
D1
it
class.
can run default constructor of D.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Okay, na?
So there will be a super before that, and so that will call the default constructor of C1, right?
Yes, super, correct. So now it will go and call me. Here also I don't have any super keyword. So go and call me this one.
Default constructor. Okay.
Correct. Run default constructor of C. Okay, so now we'll execute it. Okay, you are told we'll see the output.
Okay.
See, program starts, run default constructor of C, then control comes here, run default constructor of D, and then after that control from where it came? It came from here. So run integer constructor of E.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then after that control comes to here, program ends. Clear?
Yeah.
There is another doubt. Shobit, what is default? Okay, you're saying the default constructor will be executed for the previous thing. Okay. Hey Sharat, you have a doubt now? Hey Sharat? Hello? Hey Sharat, you have a doubt? Okay. So I'll make you guys to execute the program right now, because if at least two different styles, if you execute it, you will be having a clear idea of it. So now I'll have it as super of 10. So now the same thing you guys will be executing. So now hey Pradhan, you're there? Hello? Hey Pradhan Riddhi?
Yeah, Murli, I'm there.
Yeah. Hey Pradhan, can you you wanna try?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm going to execute this main function.
Yeah, main function, it will print it as a program starts.
Super.
So then it will go to the object.
Correct.
So E150, so it will take as an integer.
Okay.
So it will go to the class E1 and E1 int B.
Correct. The 26th line. Yeah.
Yeah,
it will match here.
And it will see the super 10. So it is an integer. So
correct.
it
matching.
will go to the extend D1.
Correct.
So class
D1 class.
And it will see the D1 14th line, D1 int A.
Super. Correct.
And it will go to the super 20.
Yes.
And 20 means extends to C1, and in C1 class it will see for int constructor with int B.
Correct, because we are passing super of 20. So
Super of 20.
this will be matching. Yes.
Yeah,
correct.
and it will give a system dot println run int const of C.
Correct. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that the control goes to the wherever it came from.
Yeah.
So after that it will be run int cost of D.
Correct. Then
and then it will come back to E1, and it will print as a run int cost of E.
Yeah.
And then program ends.
Super, man. Super. Yeah. So yes, run integer constructor of C, Integer constructor of D and finally integer constructor of E. Yes. Okay. Hey, thanks, man. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So, Sarath, you have a doubt? Okay, you got it? Okay, sure. So, next I'll do a small change. So now what will be executed? Okay, so now hey Ramesh, you wanna try? Hello? Hey Ramesh, you're there? Okay. Hey Abhishek, you're there? Hey Abhishek, you just wanna try? Yeah, okay. So next I'll just ask him because I just want at least. Hey Vanita, you just wanna try?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, yes Vanita. Can you just execute me this program?
Yeah. So first it will print program starts.
Okay.
Then it will create new object of E1.
Okay.
It will go and it will check E1 and there is no parameter for E1. So it will go and it will see super 10.550.
Correct.
So
So
it will,
we are not passing any value. So even class default construct will be matching.
yes.
Yes,
So
correct.
it
Then
will go to super 10.50. So then it will check the extended class of D1.
super.
So at extended class of D1, it will match with double, D1 double A.
Yes.
So then it will see super here and super 20. So int value is there. It will again go and check extended class of C1
Yes.
with int A, int B.
Yes,
So
correct.
then int B, it will print run integer constant of C.
Correct. So the one more thing here, what will happen? Okay, it comes to the C1 class, which is the super class of all these classes. But even though I told you, okay, all the classes will be inherited to the object class. Okay, so there also what will happen? It will go and call me the superclass object constructor, but that will be empty constructor, so it will not print me anything. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is actually, this is also the logic over there. Okay, guys.
Oh.
Yeah. So then, oh sorry.
Then we printed run int constructor of C. Then again
Yes.
it will go back to the D constructor D1 int A and it will print run int constructor of D.
Yes, super.
So after that it will again go back to E1 class and it will print
Hey,
run.
sorry. That is actually first run integer constructor of C, then it control comes here.
Yeah, so then it will again create new object D1, D1 10. So
Yes.
that is int of D1.
Correct.
So it will again go to D1 int A.
Yeah.
Here it will check super of 20 and
Yes.
super of 20 is C1 of int B, same thing. And it will
Yes.
again print run instant int constructor of C.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So after
Then
that it will print run double constructor of D and then again run default
control
constructor.
comes here.
Yeah. No, not
So
here.
control-
10.50. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Comes here.
Yeah. And
You
then
finally
program.
program. Yes. Correct. Okay. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Vanita. So, Ramit, he has a doubt. You're asking from Ramesh or Ramit? It's like similar. Okay. Okay. I asked for Ramesh, Ramit. Okay. Before I ask for Ramesh. Okay. It's not Ramit. It's Ramesh. Okay. So I think everyone is clear about this one. Now we'll go to this keyword. Okay, what is this keyword here means? Okay, so with help of super keyword, I can call the super class constructor, might be a default or argument constructor. In case in my own class, if I want to call the same argument constructor, how I can call? That's the thing. Okay, I have a single class. In that class itself, I want to call the other argument constructor. How that can be called? That's what I'm going to show you. Okay, there is a class. This keyword extends C12. So this C12 has two constructors. One is default, another one is integer. So here if you see, I have this keyword over there. Okay, so one more thing. Okay, if I'm using super or this, okay, any one keyword only can be used in a constructor. That too, it should be at the first statement. Super or this should be always there at the first statement here. Okay, I'll come to there one more time. Then here, I comes over here. So now I'm going to execute this program. So what happened? I have, okay, the class name is this keyword. It has a default constructor. It has an integer constructor. It has an integer and double constructor. Then after that, I have a main function. So first, program starts. Now what happened? I'm creating an object for this keyword class. Okay, this keyword class. Okay, this keyword class. Then what will happen right now? I'm not passing any argument. If I don't pass any argument, what will happen right now? This will go and call me, okay, this default constructor. Now control comes here. Now it sees there is a keyword called this of 10. When it sees this of 10, that means this represents my local constructor. Okay, in my local level, if I have an integer constructor, matches with that one. Now control comes to the integer constructor, passes 10 to this a variable. Then control comes here. This of 10 comma 30.30. So in my local constructor, do I have 10 and then 30.30 comes here, integer and double. Then in A, 10 will be loaded. In B, 30.30 will be loaded. Then after that, before executing this one, it will check whether extends keyword is there. Yes, we have extends keyword. It will check whether do we have super keyword here or not. If I don't have anything, directly go and call me the super class default constructor. Then again here, this of 10. That means what will happen? Comes to the local constructor of this class. Okay, this class. So this of key. So A 10 will be loaded, and finally run integer constructor of C12 will be executed. Then again control comes here. Integer. Okay, I'll execute this one. Okay, run. What will happen right now? First run integer constructor of C12, run default constructor of C12, and then integer and argument constructor of this keyword, then integer argument constructor, again no argument constructor, and finally comes here program ends. Clear? This keyword is used mainly to call the local constructors of that class. Clear guys, everyone? Everyone is clear about this concept now? Okay, super keyword is used to call the super class constructor. This keyword is used to call the local constructor. That's the thing. Okay, so just a second, someone has raised the hand. Hey Sayed. Yeah. Yes Sayed. Hello Sayed, you have a doubt?
Yes, Murli, I have a doubt.
Yeah, tell Sayed.
When we are calling this keyword constructor with int and double values, you are saying that super is being called, but we don't have any matching super with an int and double.
That is, can you repeat the question one more time?
So your extended class with this keyword, when you are passing the int and double constructor,
yeah. Okay. The line number is 17.
We have not provided any super parameter here. Yes.
Correct. So in the line number 17, actually how the call will go, that is actually what program starts. Then when I create an object over there, now what happens? It comes to this keyword constructor. Then this of 10 when it is comes to here, matching integer constructor, local. Then this of 10.30 comes to here, integer and double matching. Here I don't have the super keyword, but even though how the super class constructor is called. So that's why I told if I'm writing or not the super keyword, always by default that super statement will be written by the JVM. Okay, it will be always writing this super. Okay, default super will be written. So that will go and call me the super class default constructor. Okay, that's how it is.
My doubt was that because we don't have any matching constructor with the int and double in the main C12 class, so I was thinking it should not be called, but you are saying that it should be calling a default constructor without any parameters.
This will be local level. Okay, always parent level, it will go and call me the super class constructor only. Okay, in case, okay, by default always it will be writing super. Okay, call me the super class default constructor. If I want, I can override with this one. Right now I have this integer alone. So if I pass 10, the integer superclass constructor will be called. In case if I pass 10.50, that will throw me an error. Why? There is no constructor matching with this argument in the superclass.
It's clear. Thank you, Murli.
Okay? Yeah. Okay. So that's why I'm not using the super keyword over there, because if I use or not, by default, superclass default constructor will be called from my side anytime. Okay? Yeah. Hey Shalini, you have a doubt?
Yes, Murli. So when you write this keyword, there will not be a default super keyword. Is that right?
Correct. So this is the next one I'm going to explain. So for example, I'm saying, what is it I'm saying means, if I have this keyword, I cannot have super keyword of the same constructor.
Okay.
Okay, if I come over there, constructor call must be the first statement in a constructor. Okay, so now I'll cut paste this one before this keyword. See now this will throw me an error. Okay, that is constructor call must be the first statement in a constructor. Okay, so that's why I'm saying super or this cannot be used at the same constructor. Any one only can be used.
Okay. So if,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we just repeat this execution one more time if you don't mind?
Sure. We'll do it. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
The thing is, I'll explain one more time. So how the execution goes. Just 2 minutes before the questions are there.
Sure. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. Swapna, you have a doubt. Just again. Swapna and Sarath. Okay. But why, Sarath, your doubt, but why it is not been called under this 10,30.30? Why it is not been called under? That is, you're saying actually what? Why the super class constructor is not been called? The thing is, super class constructor will be called only once in the total class. Okay, so that's why after executing all the local constructor, finally it will call the superclass constructor. Okay, before executing all the things, it will call in the final information, because this one will call this constructor, this one will call this constructor, and finally this constructor is not going to call anyone. So finally it goes to the superclass constructor. I execute the superclass constructor and comes here, and from here where the call comes, this constructor, and then from this constructor, and finally executes me. Okay, that's how that execution happens. Okay, so Swapna, your doubt, there is no constructor with integer and double in C. Okay, the thing is, that's what I'm saying. No? So the information is what means from your side, if you have the constructor there is actually, this can be any type of constructor, but superclass level always how the constructor call will happen means based on the keyword called super. Okay, based on the arguments which I am passing over there, based on that only, that constructor will be called for me. Clear? Based on that only, my call will be connected to the superclass constructor. That's what your doubt knows, Swapna? Swapna, I answered your question, or it's a different one? It's a different one, please let me know, so I'll just answer it. Okay, so I'll execute this program. So I'll execute this program one more time. Run as Java application. See, first program starts. Then I am going to create an object here. So now what will happen right now? This will go and call me this constructor, this keyword, because I'm passing here default. Okay, I'm not passing any argument. So it calls me this constructor. Then this of 10. When it sees here this of 10, what will happen? This will go and call me this keyword integer, okay, which is matching, it's an integer argument. So matches this integer constructor. This of 10,30.30. This matches with this integer and double. Okay, then after that, it says here, there is no this keyword over there, but it's extending over there. So now what will happen? Goes and call me the superclass default constructor. Because I have not written any statement means, it's by default, the JVM has written the statement super. Okay, so it will go and call me the superclass default constructor here. Then this of 10. So now what will happen? This will go and call me the integer constructor over here. Okay, then run integer constructor of C12. First it will print me run integer constructor of C12. Then control comes from here. Run default constructor of C12. Then from here the control comes to the place. Integer and double argument constructor. Integer and double argument constructor. Then control comes over here. Integer argument constructor. Integer argument constructor. Control comes here. No argument constructor. It will be printed. Then finally control comes to the place here, and finally program ends. Clear for everyone? Clear for everyone? Can I go further? Okay, sure. So, sure. Okay, so now here in case if I'm going to have this, I'm going to call this keyword is okay. This one is there as a default constructor. I'm going to call. See, it's throwing me an error in all the places. Why? If I come over here, recursive constructor invocation. Okay, recursive constructor invocation. This is called as a recursive call. Okay, this is called as a recursive call. What does that recursive call means? Okay, that means when executed, it becomes as an infinite loop. What will happen? Program starts, then it comes over here. This of 10 will call me this one. 10, 30.30 will call me this one. Then when it says this, again this will be called. Then again this will be called. Again this one, this one, this one. Like this itself, the execution will go here and there itself. Okay, this is called as recursive call, which is not been allowed in Java. That's why. Okay, that's why it's throwing me error over there. Clear, guys? Everyone is clear about this one? Okay. Hey, Ramit. Yeah. Yes, Ramit. You have a doubt?
Pass a parameter.
Yes, Ramit.
Pass a parameter.
Your voice is a little bit breaking, Ramit.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah. So if you pass a parameter in the when we have created an object, suppose like 10 as an integer value, then what will be the flow?
That is, you're saying if I pass
A parameter.
here,
No.
this.
In the main method only.
Okay, the line number, can you tell me which line you want?
It's 21 now. When we have created the object,
Yeah, here I want to
pass
pass.
a integer value, then what will be the flow?
Sure. I want you guys to explain. Okay. Can you execute me this program right now? You tell me. First, what will happen?
Yeah, first the program starts will print.
Super. Yes.
Then this will take our cursor to line number 14.
Super. Because I'm passing an integer value, so matches with this one. Yes, correct. Super.
Yeah. Then it will come to line number 15 and it matches to int a and double a method.
Correct. Super. Yes.
Sorry, constructor. Then it will take our cursor to super class.
Correct. Because we have an extends keyword which matches with C12 parent class.
Yeah, it will take us to default C12 method.
Correct.
Sorry,
Why can you tell me why it will go to the default, not to this one? Do you have any idea? That is, from here the control went to the super class, this default constructor. Why it has not gone to this integer constructor? Do you have any idea? Why the default constructor has been called?
I'm not sure, but the JVM calls to the default one and not passing it.
Super, correct. That's it.
The default one.
If you don't pass any information over here, okay, if I'm not passing any information, by default JVM will call the superclass default constructor. In case if I'm going to pass some other value, then only that will be overridden. So super of 10 means it will go and call me this integer constructor. Otherwise, always default superclass constructor will be called. Superclass default constructor. That's right. Yes, correct. Then here.
Then it will execute the line number 7 constructor, C12 integer A.
Because of this of 10, yes, correct. It will come here.
Yeah. So it will print now run integer constant C12.
Correct. So now it will, after program says first run integer constructor of C12. Yes, correct. Then
Yeah, then it will come to run default, then the main constructor.
correct. Control comes
Now,
here, run default constructor C12. Then
yeah. Now the control comes to the integer double A constructor. Since it
correct.
was from here we have passed, it will get printed. Now
Yes.
it will go over to the integer argument constructor of this keyword.
Correct.
Okay, this default constructor will not get printed.
Yes, because we have passed here 10.
Okay.
That's why the call has been gone here, and then from here control comes here, program ends.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I got
Clear,
it.
Amit?
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Amit. Thank you so much. There's a question. In India, I Murali, where exactly the super default constructor at what level? Where? Just a second. In India, I'm going to unmute you. Yeah. In India, you can ask me. Hello,
Yeah,
in India?
so yeah, so here in this keyword, like we are going to call this constructor with the matching constructor, right? So for example, this 10, so it will again go to, so in that code where exactly it will go, when at what time it will go to the default class C12.
Sorry, come again. I'm not getting.
So for example, now if the program executes this keyword equal to, it's gonna call this this of 10, integer of 10.
This line number 12, huh?
Yeah, line number 12. Then it sees an then it goes to line number 14
Correct.
first.
Correct.
Then after this, will the super default
So now what will happen? It comes to the line number 14. Then again it says a keyword called this over here. So now what will happen? Control matches to this integer A and B. Okay. Then again it checks over here. Right now we don't have this keyword, but extends is there.
called, or how is it?
Sorry. Nitya, your voice is breaking, I think so.
No, my question is, you said this.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, Murli, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So now here my question is, in this keyword int A will be called based on the object. So now you said that default constructor super will be called. So it will go to the default value. So at what level it will be going?
That's what. Actually, when I'm passing here an argument 10, this matches with this integer argument. Correct? So then now what will happen? It comes here. It sees here this of 10, 30.30. So this will match with the local constructor, which is matching integer and double argument. Then from here what will happen? It will go to the super class. That is actually what, from my side, I'm not passing here. For example, if I'm not having this keyword here, now what will happen? When I call here this of keyword, I'm creating object and then passing 10 means from here only what will happen? I don't have any this keyword. Directly the control goes to the super class.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So if I have this keyword over there, control comes over here, and from here the control goes to the parent class default constructor. That's the only thing.
Okay, got it.
Clear?
Yeah.
I cleared it, or I made you confused, Nitya?
No, I'm good, Murli. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, sure. So there's a question. Can you please run the program once by passing super constructor? Yeah, sure. Yes, correct. I'm running right now. So right now I'll pass here super of 10. So run as Java application. See now, instead of the default constructor super class, this run integer constructor of C12 will be executed. Then control comes here, integer double R, integer R, no argument constructor. Okay, sorry, not no argument constructor because we have passed here 10. So from here program ends. Clear? So can we go to the next program? Okay, so run with super this. Now we'll go to the main usage of this variable. Okay, so this variable is a very important topic that we have to take care. Okay, so everyone is clear about the super and this keyword now? No doubts on that one now? So I'll go to this variable. So here I'm having two static variables I and D. Okay, then I'm having this variable, okay, integer I. So that is a constructor. Okay, it's a constructor which is accepting integer. Sorry, it's accepting an integer and then a double argument. Okay, then after that I come over here and then it has a method, a non-static method print over there. Then after that here what means I'm having the execution, my main function. Okay, I'll make like this. I'll make this as a non-static so we can understand it properly. So what I'm going to do here right now is, okay, I'm going to execute this program. So this alone I'll execute it. So I'm going to execute this program over there. So this is my execution. So this variable 1 is my memory name over there. So always it will have a static pool. So now what will happen right now for me, what are the static members here? I is there. So I. So if I'm not passing any value, okay, the default value for the integer will be 0 and then the default value for the double will be 0.0. Okay, so I will be loaded. So there are two types of memory in our JVM, okay, in our Java. One is the stack and then another one is the heap memory. Okay, so always I told you that actually what your objects, non-static members will be loaded only whenever we create an object only. Correct? So the thing is actually what non-static members till that, okay, it will be stored under one memory over there. So then after that when the object is created, it has been utilized. Okay, that's what will happen. So from our side, how it is being used, we'll be seeing it right now. So now, then my main function, okay, I don't have apart from that any static members, so I is 0 and then my main function start to execute right now. So it creates a local memory for main, local memory for main we got. So then now what happened, main function, first I'm going to create an object for the this variable over there. So I'm creating an object. So this is obj1.